for you see, I am a PNG. Hi. I'm Kasai, and I've been playing Jamie since the betas of Street Fighter 6. I also did this at a tournament once.
To clean it up enough?
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. He's having fun.
Basically, I've committed to the worst thing a person can. A low tier in a fighting game. So I wanted to take some time today and go over what makes Jamie strong, what makes him weak, and why Jamie is currently not a competitively viable character in Street Fighter 6.
Jamie wins.
Movement. Jamie has strong movement in a game that emphasizes whiff punishment. His good walk speed allows him to play his mid-range game well, along with a good forward dash to continue pressure. His backdash as well, being tied for the fastest in the game, allows him to get punishes on a whiff throw attempt. On top of this, at drink level 1 he gains access to possibly the best dive kick in the game, allowing him to alter his jump arc or punish a throw or a command grab. And outside of a command run or a teleport, he has every single movement option you could want. Normals. What do Ryu, Edmund Honda and Akuma all have in common? Besides that, they all have really good medium kick normals that are especially good at poking, but they aren't special cancelable, ignore that.
This is our destiny. My secret art. Let's go.
This is my time. You gonna show me
Okay,
some moves?
but let's lightning round this.
Let's go.
Crouch Light Punch. Plus 5 on hit can chain into itself, and almost all his other light normals allow it for a 4-hit light string. Stand Light Punch at drink level 1, one of the furthest range light normals in the game, comes with a target combo that allows for easy hit confirms and punishes. Stand Medium Punch, plus 2 on block, plus 6 on hit, allows Jamie to stick to the opponent like glue and forces respect. Crouch Medium Punch, 6 frame medium, slight disjoint, special cancel. Crouch Medium Kick, 7 frame low, which is also special cancelable. Stand Medium Kick, 9 frame long range cancelable normal, which low crushes. Stand Heavy Kick, a 15 frame huge button that gives a full crumple state on punish counter, allowing for dash up into Crouch Heavy Punch. Stand Heavy Punch, 5 frames, 3 hits, the ultimate drive impact shutdown, free burnout pressure extender and get out of pressure free card in a single button. Crouch Heavy Kick, a 9 frame sweep with huge range that's been nerfed 3 times since release. It was that good. Back Heavy Punch, a sway normal which can evade jab pressure and lead to a full combo on punish counter, as well as being super cancelable. Forward Heavy Kick, 16 range, far range, super cancelable normal with long proximity guard range and a hit confirmable follow-ups at drink level 4. Forward Medium Kick, a 22 frame overhead that can go over lows and gets boosted range, as well as a hit confirmable drink ender at drink level 2. Jump Light Punch, a cross-up that allows for Jamie to safe jump even armored reversals. Jump Light Kick, an air to air with impressive horizontal range. Jump Medium Kick, his second cross-up with good hit and block stun. And of course, Jump Heavy Kick, the greatest air to air normal in the entire game. And yes, I actually did that all in one take. Execution for damage. Jamie has simple combos for his optimal damage, especially at drink level 4. OD Rekka, Heavy Kick Bakkai, OD Palm, and Double Heavy Palm being key pieces for his high damage. His level 1 super, Breakin', does above average damage from drink level 1 and up. Even something as simple as Crouch Heavy Punch into Heavy Kick Bakkai is one of his most damaging starters into his level 3 super, along with building a bunch of super meter. basic invincible reversal punish in the corner does almost 7.2k with a total of 3 normals and 1 special move. And of course his critical heart has always done insane damage.
Let's go.
Pressure. Jamie doesn't have an Akuma or Mai level throw loop, but he has a good one. Editor's note, I wrote this script when Mai still had a busted throw loop and wasn't slightly nerfed. Carry on though. He's +4 after a dash, and able to walk up and shimmy throw techs. His good walk speed allows him to close distance effectively, and stand medium punch forces the opponent to respect his frame traps, while not walking away without getting clipped by crouching medium kick. Jamie's also the king of safe jumps, with light kick arrow kick, light kick Bakkai, and heavy punch swagger step all giving +41 to 42 knockdowns. And once he gets his command grab online, the pressure becomes even scarier, because with the right call, he can get a big punish for someone trying to jump away, or a quick little OD command grab to close it out. And on top of all of that, with his drink throw ender, taking the throw isn't always a viable strategy, and it allows Jamie to enforce his great shimmy game, especially in the corner. Drive Gauge Recovery. Jamie is the only character who can replenish his drive gauge directly with specials and supers. This enables him to do expensive block strings that decrease his opponent's drive gauge while not burning out himself. It also makes his drink enders a higher priority to go for, as they reimburse the drive cost used to land them. Level 2. A 15-second long install with drink level 3 damage, but a drink level 4 moveset. It completely bypasses all of Jamie's weaknesses and allows him to focus on purely pressure and damage, like every other character. Even when activated into on block, such as after OD Rekka, OD Palm, or forward heavy kick, Jamie can still get strong pressure afterwards. With access to all his tools, it makes blocking scary because of command grab, but he can catch opponents walking back with his crouching medium kick and safely combo into light punch Rekka. When activated outside of drink level 4, it restores 1 bar of drive gauge, but at drink level 4, it restores 3 bars of drive gauge. It allows for extended pressure sequences, increased damage, and a completely safe way through projectiles after OD Bakkai. Speaking of Bakkai,
time to train.
Jamie wins.
and finally, onto his biggest strength, Okay, not drink in neutral, but this. Drink level 1. You too can have the best dive kick in the game, one of the best 5-frame lights, plus a hit confirmable target combo, enhanced pressure, and above average level 1 super damage, all for the cost of one random palm. But in all seriousness, drink level 1 just gives Jamie everything he really needs. Good pressure after stand medium punch, a way to get around fireballs, a way to avoid throws, and just buff damage in general. But I think now's about time we finally get onto the meat and potatoes of this video. What really kind of holds Jamie back, his weaknesses.
Screw with me.
Round start. Jamie at the start of the round is the weakest character in the entire game, and I don't just mean damage. He only has access to 3 special moves: Swagger Step, Free Flow Strikes, and Arrow Kick. This makes his early game strategy very predictable, because if he doesn't get a drink up quick enough, he is liable to getting absolutely mauled. So, more often than not, there are about 6 things you'll see most Jamie players do. 1. Drive rush in with stand heavy punch and get a frame trap or a throw for a drink. 2. Poke with a long range button into Wrecker 1. If it hits, take the drink. If blocked, attempt to whiff punish the opponent taking their turn back with a button into drink. 3. Hit confirm a medium or heavy button into the Momochi combo for optimal damage and corner carry. 4. Whiff punish or catch the opponent standing or walking back with crouching heavy kick or crouching medium kick into a drink. Number 5. Whiff punish with stand heavy kick and take 2 drinks if it's a punish counter. Confirm into a combo if it's a regular hit, or do pressure if it's blocked. And finally, 6. OD palm to 2 drinks. And despite all of Jamie's great tools that I just talked about, what is Jamie at round start? A low damage rushdown character that struggles against projectiles. So, against the majority of the cast, Jamie is playing the round on his opponent's terms. And there is nothing more important in Street Fighter than absolute control. Sacrifices for drinks. To play Jamie optimally at a competitive level, there is one combo that stands out. The Momochi combo. It's the most optimal combo he can do for drinks and corner carry. However, it is the most difficult drive rush hit confirm he has. The combo goes like this. Start with a medium or heavy button, drive rush cancel into tensei kick, follow up with a jump heavy kick, and then here's the difficult part. Jamie now has 2 one-frame windows to time a standing heavy punch in order to set up the right juggle height to land his sweep. This isn't a 2-frame window, it's 2 one-frame windows. This means you can't buffer into it, you can't blink into it, so you have to specifically time it. Well, to be fair, that is if you can actually land the combo. Actually, come to think of it, aren't Jamie's drink moves just a little counterintuitive? Not to his character design, but to his archetype and goals in a match. His drink wrecker is minus on hit outside of OD, and almost always drops some juggle combos. It leaves you point blank when in the corner, but sends the opponent full screen if they back roll. A rushdown character that sends their opponent full screen with no pressure or advantage of any kind. Sounds weird. And assuming Jamie does this at round start, all he gets is a dive kick and a long-range light target combo. tools which can only be used at medium to close range. Look, to be fair, this does get a little better when reaching drink level 2, but that's because of Bakkai. This is Cammy. She's an offensive rushdown character with a dive kick. This is Chun-Li. She's a mid-range monster with a slow-moving fireball she can drive rush behind. Both of them have access to anti-projectile tools. Here's Cammy's. -2 and +3 on block. Pretty good. Let's look at Chun-Li's. -9, -3 and -1. Not as good as Cammy's, but still able to make herself safe. Now, here's what both characters are able to get if they use their safe or plus on block versions and punish someone. Now, here's a clip with Jamie. Now I want to go over some stuff that doesn't really fit in any one category, but felt worth mentioning. So let's start with his overhead. Almost every other character can combo off their counter hit overhead. Jamie is only +3 on counter hit. Every other character with an overhead that doesn't knock down has this. Jamie's overhead can be +4 or even +5 on counter hit, but it requires specific spacing. Sometimes he's only +3 but outside throw range, which is the whole point of it not being able to combo on counter hit. But it is surprisingly difficult to gauge. Drink input. Considering the fact that there's no OD drink yet, why not make it only possible to do the drink special move with down down and 2 or 3 punch buttons? It would stop misinputs from happening in crucial moments, especially using crouch jab. Arrow kick. While an invincible reversal, it has very little horizontal or vertical range, and any jump, either forward, back or neutral, avoids it very easily, especially when the opponent is going for pressure. His level 1 super, Breakin'. Why is it so minus? It's -60 at best, and -74 if the gap between the regular version is jumped, or -93 if he does the full block string version with the drink ender. And the drink ender version doesn't even guarantee Jamie a drink. Not to mention that the drink ender only leaves him +4 on hit but sends the opponent full screen outside of the corner. And now for our final weakness, drinks don't make Jamie strong enough. Look, for all the things that make Jamie cool, like the fact that he has the same fighting style as Yun and Yang, or that his own moves are a mix of breakdancing and drunken boxing, or the fact that he's one of the 2 characters who uniquely interacts with the drive system, in a competitive setting, what reason is there to pick Jamie? You start with an objectively weaker character who could still get outclassed by other characters who have no such setbacks. 2 quick examples. Mai, who can win neutral with a single OD fan toss, while also having great corner carry, a throw loop, a safe jump route off of lights, 2 fully invincible supers, decent damage, and a normal DP. Also Ryu, who has absurd damage, strong drive gauge pressure, an irritatingly good plus on block normal, good fireballs, a safe jump route off of lights, 2 fully invincible supers, and a normal DP. And that doesn't even mention that for the majority of almost every round, Jamie is getting outclassed in damage. Even with drink level 4. Jamie Bean, play the clip.
This is our destiny. My secret art gets got. This is my time.
Cammy always has her dive kick and spin knuckle. Mai always has her fans and great corner carry. Ryu always has great damage and safe special moves. Jamie has to drink at least twice to reach even a similar level, but Bakkai is always punishable. Look, drinks leave Jamie in this position where he can have amazing tools, but other characters can do some or all of what makes them strong without having the downside of losing their kit from the start of the round.
Come on.
So to close this out, I wanted to talk about what initially sparked this video for me. It was mainly this post from Drinku, who's one of the best Jamies from the Middle East, about the current legend ranked character distribution. So in September of 2025, Jamie had only about 9 legend ranked representatives. Drinku said, "I honestly expected more successful Jamies this season. His tools and buttons are top tier, but he just gets really bullied by higher tiers when it comes to drive bar management and getting drinks." Now, things have changed since then. A new character has released and some more people have played Jamie, so I figured I'd do my own legend ranked character distribution chart. I completed my updated chart on the 29th of December of 2025. And currently Jamie has about 15 players in legend rank, which is definitely an improvement from the bottom of the barrel at 9. Although if you do consider that Jamie is the 7th most popular character in all of Master, it's not a great look. Now in terms of results, there was of course the South America East World Warrior, where Blast took home first place with Jamie, a character he doesn't main. However, offline there was also Kane, who took home 3rd place at Brussels Challenge in 2025, with solo Jamie. And in Kane's loser's side run, he had to go up against Kusanagi, Gaimin, Sahara, but eventually lost 3-2 to Bonchan. And if we take a quick look at all of the players qualified for Capcom Cup, there are 0 Jamies. Now, not to say that I called this, but I called this. In fact, I called it so hard you can call me Nostradamus. I'd hate to end on a dour note, so I'd say all in all things are looking up for Jamie. Considering his popularity, he's likely to get buffed. There are players who are putting in the work, John Takeuchi, Azan, as well as Kane, and even Blaz if he feels like actually picking up the character. But before I end this in a classic YouTuber fashion, there are some people I've got to thank. Mainly Schenkhan for letting me pick his brain about what he thinks is strong and weak about Jamie. Azan for bringing more attention to Jamie's ability to recover his drive gauge. I'd also like to thank Novix and Khanage for giving me their feedback, if I actually get them to watch the video, that is. And I'll be leaving links to all of those guys in the description below. But if you liked the video, you can hit the like button. I hear that's pretty good. You could also subscribe. I will be making more videos adjacent to this, maybe on different fighting games, but if you did like this video, leave suggestions in the comments if you think I should cover another character. I also stream at Kasai_AU at Twitch. If you'd like to follow me there, I'll be doing live content, playing games, 2XKO, Street Fighter, and I might even do breakdowns of my videos. So, thank you for your time today. I hope you enjoyed it.